Hello YouTubers, thank you for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ronnie and I am an immigrant here in the United States. I migrated about 16 years ago from the Philippines, and today we're going to talk about how we're surviving the cost of living actually anywhere, not just here in the United States. I heard everything, the economy everywhere is bad. So let me start by yesterday. I asked my partner what he wants to eat. Um, he said he wanted to have this certain food from the food truck that we have ordered in the past. And I remember every entree is like $17.88, and that is a food truck. Then I realized I'm like, what if we just cook? So I have the worst headache yesterday because of the tension headache and sleeping bad, and I'm only like laying down on one side. So I told him, you know what, I don't care if I'm in pain, I just don't want to have to pay $17.88 for an entree on a food truck. So that'll probably cost us what, $37 just for one meal. So I mustered all my strength and went to Walmart and grabbed everything we need, and I cooked. And mind you, we ate that for 2 days and there are still some leftovers that I'm eating for breakfast. So now, do we have the money to eat out once or twice a week with both of our paychecks? Absolutely. But when life starts lifing at you, you better have money to fight back on that. After this night where I cooked all the dinner, we ate, we got some leftover, my dog started having allergies. Now he's a Frenchie, he has a lot of skin allergy. I know it's my fault I got a Frenchie. They're a very expensive dog and they're very expensive to upkeep. However, he's already here. So he has this shot called Cytopoint that stops the histamine to stop him from scratching so much because he's breaking into hives as well. I had to take him to the vet, pay $90. Granted, it's only the vet tech that did it, so it's cheaper. He didn't have to have a checkup, but last month he did. So that cost me $90. And today I had to take my car to the dealership because I tried to start my car and it wouldn't start. And all you know, it could be the starter, the alternator, or the battery. I'm glad to say that is only the battery. So I did oil change, tire rotation, and battery because it's all due, and I had to pay $367. So yeah, life starts lifing at me real fast, and I'm glad I had the money in the bank to do that. It didn't hurt as much. Now, this is not a rant. This is me trying to tell everybody that the cost of living in America has skyrocketed all of this just last couple of years. And a lot of people are not prepared for that. A lot of people are going to debt because of the high cost of living, the grocery, the gas, everything is really high. It's not just in the, I feel like I'm living back in the Philippines growing up. I mean, we're poor, but we're not dirt poor. But I'm just saying, like, it felt like what was happening right now happened to me before. So it goes back on how my mom dealt with all of this, and I had to sit back and really figure out how she did it. Now my mom passed away October of last year, so I can't ask her. So I had to look back on my memories of childhood to cope with everything that we're dealing with right now. Everything is so high right now that I'm afraid to even step out of my apartment and just literally just enjoy my rent. And even then, I'm just sitting right here and I'm paying internet, electricity, and everything. Now, I'm not saying that those aren't necessary. Those are very necessary to have a shelter, safe place to be. However, though, like stepping outside meaning that you have to spend money. Just existing itself costs you money. Just breathing itself costs you money. And I don't have any disability. Actually, I do. I have ADHD, but I don't count this as a disability. Now, I just want to share some money saving tips that I've learned throughout the years living here in the United States, and hopefully it helps you as well, because it has been helping me a lot lately. The number one tip, review all your subscriptions. There are hidden things around it. I didn't know that I have like a DoorDash subscription for quite some time. I know it's quite stupid, but I do. And I don't have any streaming services. I've canceled all of them right now. My partner has Paramount because he likes watching UFC. However, though, I don't share that. I just watch YouTube. I don't find value in watching TV shows anymore. And I think it just eats up a lot of time. Now, if that's your leisure and that's how you relax, yes, by all means, if you can afford it. But if you're gonna do it, make sure that you are mindful that if you're not watching something, like say for example you have Hulu and there's this show in the Hulu that you're really into, cancel the other subscription and then go back to it after. You know, there's no harm in doing that. There's no grandfathered in anymore. In Netflix, it's like, how much is Netflix now? $26.99 for family, $19.99 for a single person use. It is quite so high. When I first got here, it was what, $12 plus. YouTube is free if you get the one that is not premium. You can watch people like me trying to help other people. Number two, remove all your social media. I know for some people their business is in social media and other people connect with their family in social media, but try to lessen your scrolling and try to be strong and not buying things. Like TikTok has a TikTok shop. I know, I bought a purse. It was $10, okay? I like it and I still like it. However, though, I'm not gonna say that I was victimized by it. I willingly like opened my wallet and swiped my debit card on it. However, though, make sure that you are mindful with what you're looking at. At some point, all these creators, the influencers, you have to know the aesthetic look isn't real. You have to know that everything matching color in the pantry, you know, everything that looks good, organization stuff, it's not real. So I'm just trying to tell you that you do not have to copy that if you don't have the means or the money to buy all those stuff. Also, another thing that I found in social media, by the way, I deleted my social media a month ago and I have been very peaceful ever since. Do I feel disconnected? Yes. However, I feel free. Also, like, you start comparing your life to other people's life, and why don't I have that? I should be like that, you know? Why can't you be you? Be authentic, you know? So try and be mindful of what you're watching if you are still on social media. Now, I don't condemn people who use social media, but in moderation. One, it eats up your time when you could be doing something else, maybe a part-time job or starting your small business or going to school or anything like that. All I'm saying is be mindful of what you're watching and know what is real and what's not real. Buy nice or buy twice. That is the third advice. So, I have this watch. It's Garmin. Venue 3S to be exact. This video is not sponsored by Garmin whatsoever. I'm just telling you what works for me. So, I am not hating on Apple. I'm an Apple girl. My phone is Apple. My tablet's Apple. My laptop is Apple. But I will never buy Apple Watch again because the battery dies all the time. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's expensive, that it's good. Okay, all you Apple Watch wearer, you know that the battery don't last very long, and there's no sense of actually buying it to track your sleep. Okay, you can wear it at night to track your sleep, but what about the next day? I had the Apple Watch Series 4, and at first it lasted for the first 6 months. The battery lasts for what, less than 24 hours. So, but Ronnie, I don't want the texts and the messages coming into my watch. That works for you, go ahead. But for my venue, I don't need it. I just need it to track my sleep I needed to track my work. Now I work out very heavily. My partner bought it $349, and this thing only leaves my hand, my wrist, when I'm charging it, when I'm in a shower, and when I'm cleaning it. And the battery lasts for 10 days. So this is about, how much, $200 cheaper than an Apple Watch now. So I would think about the purchase. Make sure that you do your research in every product. You are the guardian of your house. Make sure all the things that you bring in adds value to your life. Otherwise, it's just clutter. Now, needless to say, I got my money's worth, or he got his money's worth of it, because I'm never replacing it until the battery dies. I like it the way it is. So just like, it goes the same way about buying a car, buying a house, even jeans, or even electric toothbrush, for everything. My point exactly is, make sure you read the reviews first. Make sure you ask those people who have that kind of product that you like and see how they like it before you buy it. The fourth advice is, just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should buy it. Just because your credit says you can afford a Porsche doesn't mean you should get it. Before I buy an item, no matter how much it is, the first thing I look at is the tag price. Now, you're gonna say I'm cheap. No, I'm not cheap. I will buy it if it's worth it, and if I really, really, absolutely need it, and there's no absolute substitute for it. This ties to my first point earlier, that life will start lifing at you whether you like it or not. Make sure you have that emergency fund for 6 months at least. You're putting in something for your retirement and your savings, or even your vacation fund. That actually help a lot. If you don't have to borrow for your vacation, do not borrow money for vacation, people. Vacation is for you to enjoy and not suffer after. When I look at the tag price, I try to remember how much I'm getting paid hourly. And then I compute it with how much I have to work for that item. Say for example, it's $120 and my hourly is $20. I have to work 6 hours for that item. Now I will look at the same product again and realize I have to work 6 hours for this item. Is it worth it or not? Do I really need it or not? Now, I have been staring at this Sony ZV-E10 for the longest time because I love vlogging. This is fun for me. However though, do I really want to buy a $800 worth camera? Now I'm filming with my iPhone right now. I'm wearing my AirPods because I forgot my Holy Landmark mic is not charged. But if I want cinematic, I have my iPhone. I'm on cinematic view right now. If I want an action camera, my partner bought me a Go Ultra. So, do I really need a vlogging camera right now? No, not at least until I monetize this YouTube channel. But my point is, I can afford it. I have the money in the bank. Should I buy it? No. If my phone is doing what that camera is doing, and this is just what I'm doing, like vlogging, setting, I wouldn't do it. Just because I like seeing the money in the bank. I like my commas in my bank. I like 3 zeros. Minimum 3 zeros. I am not whatsoever rich. I get paid about minimum here in the United States. But I would say I'll be comfortable 6 months living without a job. I don't have car payments because I paid it off 4 years ago. And I'm blessed that way. And this is not bragging, y'all. So I'm just saying, try to save your money. If you're hoarding something, make sure you're hoarding money. Tip number 5 is learn to do things on your own. That is one thing that I'm heavy on right now. I learned how to cut my hair recently. Yeah, I'm dirt cheap like that. My nails, they're press-ons. I don't go to the salons anymore because they're really expensive and it's hard to upkeep. If I'm gonna do my lashes, I would do my cluster lash. I've learned that on my own too. I color my own hair as well. So it can be done if you really want to. It can be learned if you really want to. That will save you a lot of time and money. And if that works for you, that's really good. If you're skillful, or even not, there are a lot of YouTube videos that you can watch. How to cut your hair, how to do your nails, how to do your oil change. No. So how to change your tires and everything. So try to like use all those resources around there. Tip number 6, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do it out. We've heard that before many times. So recently, one of my comforter had a tear and the gut is spilling out. So I learned from my mom how to sew. So I started mending it by sewing the ends of it. I mean, the entire comforter is still good. Why would I buy a $40 comforter if I can mend the ends of it? You know? Clothes. I have clothes that I love so much. I had a long sleeve before that has a hole in the elbow. I mend it as well. And when it's done, I really can't mend it anymore. I cut the sleeves out, and then it became a sleeveless that I use around my house when I'm just here. So find the second life for the item that you had before instead of buying everything. Those matching sleepwears, guys, you don't need to be, you don't need to be cute at home. You're at home. You should be comfortable. You shouldn't have to impress anybody. That'll just cost you money. See, as I mentioned before, my car is really old. I bought it in 2016. It is a 2011 Subaru Legacy, and I paid it off after, I don't know, 6 years. And I'm still driving it. When I bought her, she was like 55,000 miles on it. Now she's 141,000 miles. Do I want to replace her? Nope. Honestly, I would cry if that car won't run anymore. I had so much memories on that car. And one time I took her to the dealership and they had to give me a lender, a brand new Subaru, up to date, like 2025. And when I was getting back my car, the car salesman asked me, "How do you like the lender car?" And I said, "It's nice, but I want my car back. I want a car with a key." So I took very good care of that car. So she is running fine, smooth. She never stopped me in the middle of anything. I can get to point A to point B without a problem. So take care of your stuff that you already have, and it will help you as well in the long run, especially your cars. Make sure you do your oil change. Make sure you do the certain services. Make sure you have the money to pay for it. Or even if you don't have a car, if you have a bike, make sure that you check it too. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Everything pays for itself eventually if you are just mindful of your spending. Tip number 7, side hustle. Yep, if you have time and energy, if you have spare time and spare energy after your 40-hour work week, I would say pick up a side hustle. It's either selling your items online, it's either like selling something on eBay, or what I do before, I try to deliver food in DoorDash, and that helped quite a bit. And then another thing is that I did donate plasma. This is not an advertisement for BioLife itself, but if you're not afraid of needles, you can go ahead and donate plasma. Number 1, it helps a lot of cancer and burn patients. And number 2, you get paid by just sitting there for about an hour and a half just donating plasma. So check out your plasma centers if they need donation, for as long as you don't have new piercings. But mind you, they will get your blood work, just to be safe. I get paid one time $120 for just sitting there donating my plasma and squeezing a squeeze bowl. Honestly, I just read a book while I'm doing it, and I got out with a 120. What is it now? Like a grocery for a week and a half for some people? So try and research the things that you can do to put money in that account. Tip number 8. Train your mind to ignore deals. If you look everywhere, there are deals everywhere. Amazon, stores. One time, me and my friend, we just got here in the United States and we were walking at the mall. And we were so excited to see sale on one store, and her husband was like, "You guys have to stop it. If you walk around the entire mall, if you see every store, they all have sale." So that's something that resonates to me, that yeah, everything has a sale. If you're going to pay attention to all of that, it will be a cost of your energy, your time, and your money. Now, this don't apply with food. So if you are grocery shopping, by all means, get the deals. You know, it's food in your pantry. If that's something that you want to eat, go for it. Sauce is healthy. Tip number 9, find items that you can repurpose in your home. So, my partner, he likes supplements like protein powder and stuff like that. Those come in big plastic jugs. So it's a waste to throw it away. There are things that I can use it for, like one, using it for my trash can here inside the bedroom. I just crochet it around it and put a trash bag on it, and it looks fashionable. It looks really cute. I don't have to buy a trash can inside a bedroom. Another thing is that, you know, those I have this chocolate plastic jars from Trader Joe's. So what I did is punch holes underneath and make it my starter planter for the plants that I propagate. That's one of my hobbies, is plants. Another thing is like the spaghetti sauce jars. I use that for propagation. I use that to hold my pans and just decorate around it, be creative, and repurpose them. I know that we can recycle, but not everything is recyclable. So that's just what I found out recently. That saves you a lot of money instead of buying a propagation station that costs about, what, $30 in Amazon, where you can just use a jar from spaghetti sauce. That's something to think about. Your wallet will thank you, and the planet will thank you at the same time if you do that. Now, I'm not just all about saving. Yes, I'm all about saving, but it's not gonna be miserable. We have to have hobbies, right? We're human beings. So find a hobby that don't break the bank. That is my tip number 9. So I like to read. The first thing that I learned here in the United States is the free library. I love the libraries in the United States. In the Philippines, we don't have much public library where we could borrow stuff. Here, you can borrow a lot of selection of books. You can borrow DVD, you can borrow laptops, you can borrow games for the kids. So I enjoy that. It's free and it did not break the bank. Also, it helps you build your cognitive functions if you're reading all the time. Now, if you're not a reader, there are other things that you can do too as a hobby, like me. I like hiking. What does it cost? Yes, gas. Good shoes, you know, any shoes will work as long as there's traction and the trail is not too hard for you. It's, you know, forest bathing is good for your mental health, and also exercise while you're doing your hobby. If your hobby is gaming, you can find free games on your phone, and everybody knows that already. Anybody who has a smartphone, we know that. But if you don't like that, if you're a PS5 or a Nintendo gamer, go to OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace and buy your games used. There's no point of buying a brand new game whatsoever. You know, it may be clutter, but if you're done playing in it and you've got your money's worth of it, resell it. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you found value in these tips on how to survive this horrible horrible economy nowadays. Hopefully everybody's doing well and in great health. We all know that's not true, but I hope so. keep your spirits up. It gets better. It can't rain every day. The sun should shine pretty soon. But as for everybody's predicament, we're all trying to make it day by day, one step at a time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Maraming salamat.